Hello. God, it's been so long. I guess what brought me out of the closet is not it's not the blonde hair. It's not the shock and the fear of I don't know, seeing a ghost or something. No, it is the shock and the fear of having so many explosive rage outbursts, back to back, simultaneously. Especially I live alone now. I live in an enclosed space by myself, and typically I always say all the time, the best times for me are when I'm alone, because when I'm alone, nothing can affect me. And as of late, I've punched holes in the wall. I've broken multiple devices, electronic devices, just really like insane, erratic rage outbursts that don't really seem fitting to the situation. Now I'm gonna go ahead and just backtrack a little bit. I just recently got the Abilify intramuscular shot for the first time. It put me down, but I swear the effects after about 3 to 4 days, amazing, absolutely phenomenal. I was also in conjunction taking, I want to say it was 20 milligram pills, for about 2 weeks. It was like a titrate, and in as much, I stopped doing the shot because I felt so okay. I felt so even. I felt so clear headed, so calm. I felt like I got to choose my emotions as they came. I got to choose whether to express it or not to express it, and then it felt like I was given a gift, like a superpower for a while. And then I became lazy. I became really involved in my life. I became involved in sex, meeting people, enjoying things, and like actually being present for whatever it was I was doing. But I lost sight of like watching my behaviors due to the fact that I felt so fixed. Um, I'm due to get another intramuscular shot, but I think the thing that scares me the most is how docile I am for those 3 or so days. And I did the 400 milligrams. The next one I'm doing 200 milligrams because the 400 is way too much. Um, but there is a trail of destruction that is so prevalent. I like the amount of money that I have lost based on the things that I have damaged and the things that I still have to fix. I lost an entire longboard. I lost an entire longboard. I don't even like to think about it or talk about it because I have a new one and it's staring at me over there. But like, to lose an entire longboard because I'm so angry about such and such that I leave my most prized possession in a space where it can get taken or roll away or wherever the fuck it went, because I still don't know where it went. I think that that is just sadness, madness. And it brings me to saying this: out of all 9 symptoms, out of all 9 criteria that are listed in the DSM for borderline personality disorder, I would say the one that is so ever present, and it is the one that can ruin your life like that, is the rage and anger outbursts. And I'm lucky enough to be one of the people who feel almost instantly guilt and shame, because I know a lot of us don't feel that guilt and shame and don't really have the wherewithal or the understanding of like being so introspective that we notice all these minor behaviors all the way up to the big behaviors, to be able to like dissect it and be a part of that. But like, I get to feel the sadness and the remorse and the regret the moment my hand goes through that wall and comes out. I'm no longer angry. I'm no longer mad anymore. And now I'm like, fuck my life. What did I just do? I just punched a hole in the wall. So then there comes all that self-loathing and whatnot and the sadness. But it's fluid. But even still, I'm sure most of you know this. You feel that rage and anger, it's always at 100. The next one's going to be at 90, and typically for me it's a sadness. And then the next one is going to be at 80, which could be, I don't know, feeling whimsical and creative. Next one's going to be at 70, sad again. And it just continues like that. And so every single time I lose control, every single time I decide not to take the meds, every single time you take your eye off the ball for 2 seconds, and I'm 6 years into recovery. I've been in fucking so many forms of therapy, it's ridiculous. So I feel so sad and so silly and so defeated not honing the skills that I practice and that I'm G at. It's crazy when you become so good at all of the coping mechanisms and skills that I just literally like grasped onto for life, that you stop realizing that that's what's keeping you alive because you're doing it so fluidly. And I was just watching videos by Sharina Rooney. She completely took her channel down, by the way. I don't know, Recovery Mom. She took her channel down, but now she has interviews with is that my alarm? Computer, stop. She has interviews with a psychiatrist and a psychologist on YouTube. I can't remember his name right now. I was just referencing his videos actually, but and she was talking about a trail of destruction that she most recently created, and just how easy it is to forget that we're mentally ill because we're doing so well on keeping ourselves mentally healthy. But it's the same with meds. I mean, it is so common that a person with a mental illness will take meds, the meds will work, and then they'll stop taking the meds. It's literally what I've done, but I've done it in every single sense. I've done it from a psychological standpoint, from a physiological standpoint, and from an emotional standpoint, and it has brought me literally fucking flat back to where I was about 5 years ago, or at least feeling exactly how I felt 5 years ago. And so I just wanted to just get that out in a video, just to say something, because I haven't said anything and I don't even know how many months. Probably it's been about a year or so. Hey, thanks for watching, whoever.